Sorry, what's my name? Yeah, my name is DC Arikibe. Yeah, popularly known as DC Arikibe. So, for short, is DC to save you the stress of pronouncing my name. So that's my name. Hopefully, it's not too complicated. Wait, that's my name. First of April is my 20th, 2 decades on planet Earth. Yeah, it's been loads and roller coaster of emotions. You're happy, the next minute you're sad, the next minute you're gingered, the next minute you're in the low. But all through this, it's all been God, right? And after God, then we have the family who is there to support through life because life in itself is mysterious. And we just try to exist and just exist, like living one step at a time and not rushing into everything. That's how life has been for me, generally. That's a very deep one. Life lesson that I'll never forget in the past 20 years. Never to depend on people. That's a very strong one, I think. Yeah. Whatever you do, do not depend on do not depend on man, woman, girl, boy, sister, brother. Do not depend on anyone. Only just depend on God. But yeah, that's like the last life lesson I've learned. Like, you see, people, nah, sorry, but I'm so sorry, but that's it, my darlings. Don't depend on people. Okay, so we had this group project, right? So we're supposed to work as a team, and Mr. A, I'm not going to be mentioning names of Mr. A. Everyone worked together. We did the project together, and we were asked to pick a team lead, right? And we picked this person because, yeah, to represent us. But matter long, like it shocked us. Yeah, this fellow submitted so we did a project together, and obviously the acknowledgements of people who had worked on it. We did not know Bros had ulterior motive a bit. How's the English say? Yeah, ulterior motive. So a day before to submit, this boy edited everything. I collected the credits. He defended it as though so when it was day of defense, yeah, he kind of carried everybody along. But hey, that went, oh Jesus Christ, when the results came, we had massive what after they said we did not submit paper this push. Let's mean the guy was saying that such is life now. He needed the credit. So we don't need the credit. That's why we ended up feeling the whole course because since then I'll do this group project, I'll still do the group project. But I'm usually submitting my own individual project because I cannot be asked. I can't be asked. After that life experience, maybe people used to say one big thing, so I shy. I think I will drop the mic there. I will drop the mic there because this life, they are sure shaggy. And we too are trying to show them shaggy. But anyway, we are very, very, very new. We are children of God. So this is everybody around me, you know, if he's not reading, that bed is sleeping. And if I'm sleeping and you wake me up, that's your fight. But I enjoy sleeping most. But also, I actually love sleeping. But you see, when you're rating it, the sleep has the priority because in this life, you have to sleep. You know, when you sleep, your brain will be, you'll be able to think straight. You get, if you are not sleeping properly, you misbehave. You understand the kind of behavior that you get. But I enjoy sleeping. I can't sleep for ages, like in cold. Yeah, like not like ages, so not enter dreamland, but you sleep like you see someone that's sleeping like 12 hours straight. Yeah, actually, funny enough, I've actually slept 12 hours straight. That everybody in the house thought we're ready. You get well. One and then more serious, so that was real. Left. So now this is time for a bit of seriousness, but I have three major factors. One, which is the God factor, right? Most times when I'm very down or I feel burdened, I just a prayer underneath my breath wherever I am, and that has its part to play. Then the second factor are my parents. I usually English, but yeah, usually confide exactly so that for all the linguistics online, don't come for me. But yeah, confide in my parents, my mom and my dad when I need that motivation to keep going. And thirdly, my close circle of friends. Not a friend person because I'm very introverted, but I have close circle of friends, and this close circle of friends are people that I'm vulnerable to, and they can help me to give me that motivation. So in summary, it's God, my parents, and close friends. So it's not all friends, just few, one or two or three that you can be open to, and that's where you get the motivation from. And sometimes, but it's not really. It's a nature walk. Yeah, I know I don't go out, but just coming downstairs from the bedroom downstairs, maybe just outside, just one or two steps. It tends to reorientate me, and I get the inspiration to keep on going and forging ahead in life. In the next 5 years, I'll be 25. The big, the big target is to complete my actually to complete my MBBS for medicine students and become a special trainee in gynecology and obstetrics because I love children. And yeah, next 5 years, we're working towards that to become a certified and qualified obstetrics and gynae. So when you're calling, you call with the respect in next 5 years. Doctor, read my lips, Doctor DC A. Yeah, that's it. They say, they said we can't use a basket to actually fetch water, but people love God. Yes, so I ended up for some reason I've watched videos like obviously a basket cannot hold water, but yeah, as the curious girl, I'm like, we can always look for something carry the basket, and like it was like the bucket was maybe was quite a mile. And I was like, yeah, I can do it. Why I go there? Oh my god, oh my god. If you ask me now, what was the aim of that? I was yeah, I don't know because I think I was just I was just I was just yeah, I did it at the veranda of the house, right? I guess what? I ended up putting water everywhere. I gave myself double punishment by having to clean up the water. Now, with what point was I trying to do? I just wanted to be very silly. Yeah, when you don't have anything to do, and you just want to goof around. That's how we ended up there. So for me, with criticism and constructive feedback, we are all humans, right? It's not really a good one for anybody as far as there is flesh. anything that will make someone to maybe criticize you. We humans, we tend to become uptight about it. But for me, if it's a good, so there are good and bad people in the drawing. For me, I tend to take everything in, and I go back home like more like to the drawing table, and I'm like, okay, this is what this person said. What can I do to improve it? But there are some criticisms that some people eyesight that they are getting. Some people just want to say something that okay, let them say that they've said. Some people it's so that they can come after you, whether you offended them in back years, you don't know. But regardless, criticism is criticism for me, and I tend to filter out which benefits me, and the one that doesn't, I off in the bin, it goes straight in there, and the garbage man takes it away. That doesn't help. Yeah, that's it. I don't really do have like for the big people in the picture are my parents. Yeah. Shout out to my mom, to my dad, Mr. Sunday and Mrs. Faith Arikibe. Those two are legends. Like they are legends. They helped me. And also, yeah, back in the country, back in my country, shout out to Mr. Parakile Dushedra. He's also been one of the pillars and in shaping me. I love you guys and thank you for being in the journey and being in the picture and continuing to be there for me. I really do appreciate it. Okay. One thing that I would say I wish that people understood better is the fact that I smile a lot does not mean that I am extroverted. I get a lot of people giving me that concept. Like, hey, people, I am a very, 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 very introverted person. Like, if you're literally around me, you could tell that I'm introverted. But people say, oh, you smile. And you can decide to smile. It doesn't mean that because people just say, oh, because you're smiling, you're extroverted. And I'm like, oh, you don't know me. You don't know me. So the fact that oh yeah, shining after so looking all going you get doesn't mean that I'm extroverted. But yeah, that's I wish people really understood that part about me and don't just miss assumptions. Yeah. Our relationship. Okay, so now so there are different types of relationship, you know, right? So we have we have God relationship, my relationship with my personal father, and we have people relationship. So I know if we're expecting the other one, which is the romancing, but it's me and Jesus. So until the right one comes, we cannot have such a stuff about the Roma. People say love is okay, but when they reach my own son, they probably be loving Santorini, But yeah, yeah, there's nothing more, nothing less. Okay? So when you're doing traditional marriage, then come and pay dowry. We can talk about loving, But actually, the world is advancing, you see weddings now. You see their hashtags. I will now love you. You can't be reducing my steez now. Be coming down, please. You can't be reducing. See, a chalogo. Odogo one. You see, when I was doing this coming, I just say, it's okay. So you can't be saying love you because they are reducing, they are downgrading the thing now. Let's put some spice, some steez, like look at you with our love in Santorini, like Santorini. Listen to that and listen to love in like which would you prefer? No, let's check it. Which would you prefer? So let's play Tush. Love in Santorini. I keep that. Huge shout out to Rap Studios. They've been amazing. Yeah, the my photos reception was actually cool. Right, it was cool, even though we had a bit of misras, that was somebody wanted to show me camera. Imagine on top of my photo shoot section. That one we'll talk about later. But yeah, he's been so amazing, very accommodating, even though sometimes when you're doing some photo shoot session and you know that you're not going to put to any person like that, you get tired. I don't mean that I don't like stress. But yeah, thank you. And yeah, before you go, subscribe on that, press that button and follow us. If you want to be seeing more on this, just follow that subscribe button. And if you do the subscribe button, now turn on the notification there. You'll not be able to get everything. But if you now subscribe, you don't get the notification. Your work is not complete. So just complete it, finish, subscribe. And you now do the notification by turning on the notification button. So you now be getting funny characters like me and beauties. Yeah, I'll catch you some other time. Bye.